Hello everyone, it's UrPeaceKeeper, and it's time for live stream number 17, I think is what we're actually on now. And as with always, we're going to start off with our stream schedule so that we can get that out of the way. Today is March 1st, 2018. It's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That means our next one is going to be March 6th, 2018, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I hope to see you guys there. That should be next Tuesday, if I remember correctly. So we'll go ahead and we'll switch on over to the game here. And because, well, we're starting off a new patch, I have not logged in today to see what the queues are like, so this ought to be interesting. But you can see here we've got Alsace, and it's Richelieu-esque profile, but with an extra gun at the back. I'm pretty sure that the queue is going to be overloaded with battleships, and that might mean that today we might have to break out all of our tools to deal with the battleships. So we're gonna play Alsace once, and then we're gonna go ahead and go. Welcome everyone, welcome. Oh, happy birthday, Battle Group Gamer. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Is today your birthday, or what's the occasion? Steam. Yeah, there's no Steam. Sorry, Lil Will. Good evening, John Griffin. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go into queue and see how many battleships we have at tier 9. Surprisingly, a lot less than I thought we were going to have. So, welcome Shadow Cat. We are currently in the Midwest, the United States. We are not enduring any snow right now. SWAT PCDIO2. I think you must be on the West Coast. Certainly in the Pacific time zone. From LA. There we go. All right. So, let's it's 12 a.m. Yep, that would be about right. Cheeky breeky of Domke. Privyat Tovarish. All right, so first battle, and ooh, there's Richelieu, but I've got my Alsace. We will go them. Oh, man. So I hear that there has been changes to the visuals for, like, the foam and stuff that apparently some people are really upset by. I don't know why, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? So pretty. Plus, it helps that I'm doing the campaign as well. And the French campaign is, a lot of it is high-tier French battleships, so... No, we're not doing Missouri first, Peter. My bad. Moon, I'll be honest, I don't know what you said. Coq de la, I think that's good in you. If I'm that's my rough translation, if you will. Okay. So the map is the Atlantic, and this map has always been kind of rough, but it just kind of depends on what their team is going to end up doing. Alsace has 8% speed boost. Okay. I think that's just the normal speed boost. Someone, I'm sure, will correct me if it's not, but Applesauce seems like a cool ship. Well, it looks like a Richelieu, but with much better secondary configuration. It looks like it can actually use the secondaries and not get completely destroyed. So, no, I'm not sure we'll see much in the way of Yamato play today, but we'll see. It is most certainly the Grand Baguette's bias. Although, I'll be honest, this ship is not the Grand Baguette. That would be Republique. It looks like their team is headed a mixture of directions. So, This is kind of interesting. We are... Ah! Finally, 2 minutes into the match and we see our first enemy ship. Richelieu, we have ourselves a Vichy French. Alright, all sauce, let's turn it. Let's bring our guns to bear. So French 15-inch guns don't need as much lead time as other 15-inch guns. Also, this captain, yeah, wow, that didn't work out at all. This captain does not have the... Like, he's not maxed out on skills, so I don't have the captain skills that other... Oi! Oi! Look at the baguette. She's taking care of me. I don't have the, Jeez and Pete's! 12K while angled? Wow. So it does not... I don't have all of the captain skills that one would expect from, like, having a high 19-point captain. This captain is only 13... Well, guess it's time to minimize our damage that we take. And the torpedo bulges actually took care of the hard stuff. Wonder who launched those. Yoi Yang is always a risk. I'm sure that there are torpedoes inbound from him. We're gonna try our best to take him out of this fight if we can. And then we're gonna get the heck out of Dodge. There you go, turn away. Grr. Oh, good. Torpedoes were launched at the Bismarck and not me. So we're going to do a very French thing and take our leave. May we get our speed boost on? No, I don't have a secondary build on this ship, although I hear that the ship does have quite capable secondaries. My only issue with secondaries on these ships, well, at least with Richelieu, is that the secondaries, while they are capable of being used, I just don't feel that they are overwhelmingly that useful. And I guess I've never actually played this ship with a full secondary build. It's just been my impression that the ship these ships as secondary builds, they don't have the durability that, like, the German battleships would have in order to play one of those in a secondary build. It's actually pretty easy, but to play this ship in a secondary build I don't think is that easy. So our gearing smacks their Fletcher, that's always a good sign. I'm detected by something, I don't know what. I'm no longer located. It means somebody else is closer. But the question is, where is... It's gotta be the gearing. The lack of vision is absolutely killer right now. We're gonna shoot at this Iowa there. Hopefully we'll get lucky and get some good penetrating hits on him. I think we're gonna get something good out of it. Yep, like a double Citadel. And that's for those people who think that apparently you can't get multiple Citadels on US battleships anymore. Like, I know you still can. That was 27,000 damage in one salvo. So, whoop, Bismarck eating deep water torpedoes there. And there's that Iowa backing up, it looks like. Or maybe cycling back and forth anyway. We'll go ahead and shoot at him. Pray he doesn't go forward like he's currently going. Yeah, those are gonna miss. Yeah. Mr. Yoi Yang. My Richelieu captain actually has a, he's 19 points, but, we're gonna just spam and pray that we can blind shot him. Got him! So that was worth it. My belt armor says no to you, Mr. Baguette. Take you and your Vichy French away. And I have a feeling the ship is going to end up actually being an awful lot like the the Iowa, in that you really have to play, you know, being cheeky with your gunnery to really get the... Oh, Citadel on a Tirpitz! Wow! That's a rare one. More torpedoes inbound from Atago. But Mr. Guilin, may you go away! We got ourselves another baguette! Kill! At this point, I think we're pretty much clear of everything except for the Tirpitz's influence over there. Oh, hey, Friedrich. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, he's slowing down. We're just going to use this opportunity to just turn and burn. One thing that I know a lot of people are going to struggle with, I know I struggled with it at least when I first started playing Richelieu, is that the guns, they have a really good muzzle velocity, and so you have to be extremely careful about how you go about to aiming with them, because as you guys have seen, it's very easy to overlead your target. Oh, that hurt. It's also very, very easy to this Edinburgh just needs to charge him. Well, there's a Benson in this mess over here, too. Means that there's torpedoes inbound. Hopefully our speed boost can address some of that issue. Edinburgh, you have hydro. Like, dude, use it! There's torpedoes! Well, this is most assuredly the mistake. Ow. The pain and suffering. Just keep turning, just keep turning. Get him, secondaries. Rip. Oh, wow. That is the luckiest Atago I have ever seen in my life. Oh, come on! Either that or I'm the luckiest guy I've ever seen in my life, because, ouch. Oh, hey look, battleships over there. Well, our choices are either death and destruction from battleships or death and destruction from a cruiser. Oi! Use our baguette charm! Oh! The focus fire is real! Oh, man. Well, we're gonna try and finish off this Atago before I have to go, because apparently that we can only be angled to so much at once. Yeah, we're gonna have to burn our damage control party right away. We just don't have any choice. One last salvo! Dear God, please let me get this salvo and finish off this Atago. That would be so nice. Nope. Ah, well, we finished our first game in Alsace at 101,000 damage, 2 kills, a bunch of secondary hits. I don't think that's terribly bad, so... I'll take the Alsace over Republique any day. 12 by 15 over 8 by 17. You had a roast hog to go with the applesauce. Do you know that the Missouri is leaking and starting to list? I didn't know that the Missouri is leaking and starting to list. That's kind of sad if that's true. No one likes a waterlogged baguette. Also true. Getting used to Alsace guns after playing nothing but Lyon the past week has been an interesting experience. I'm interested to see how you do with it. Yeah, the guns on the French battleships, the 15-inch guns anyway, from Richelieu and Alsace so far, have proven to be like very high velocity, And as a result, they have a little bit less of a lead time than most people are really used to, and I can definitely see how that would be an issue for some players who are not used to that level of lead, or lack of lead for that fact. It's definitely different. So, Tirpitz going up against Mr. Edinburgh, that's interesting. It has German secondaries. I'm sure it does, but it doesn't have a German armor profile. In fact, we can go look at that here. This Edinburgh is... well, he's very fortunate, because he's going to get the kill off of him. However... Mr. Gearing! Yeah, we're down to two destroyers. This battle is basically over. We'll go look at the armor profile of this in a second, and I'll show you... I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, you'd have to spec them into IFHE to give them teeth. I don't know. I guess I don't really see, as I already said, the secondaries are really good for basically being a heavy distraction, in my opinion, to dissuade people from getting too close. I guess, you know, for me, if the ships had the better armor profile of the German battleships, I could understand playing them a little bit more aggressively. I just, you know, it's really hard to take the armor profile seriously, and we'll see that in a little bit. While it's a turtleback, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's that capable of dealing with the close-in stuff. Like, you still have citadels that are easy to find. Does this guy have a goatee? Who, me? I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. Okay. The stream has started, Peter. You guys are seeing the stream, right? It says it's streaming. YouTube Live is saying that, live. We've been live for, let's see here, 17 minutes. The average live view duration is right at 8 minutes. It says we got 68 current viewers. I think something's up with the way that the stream health thing is working out. I guess I don't know that. I guess I don't know if it's an issue on YouTube's end or mine. Well, if it says there's only 3 watching, you could always try and refresh your browser and see what it says, but... Did you know that the southern half of France was the Vichy French? I think there was probably more to it than just that, was there not? Well, we've managed to finish that game. 101,250 damage, 1,163 base XP. Look at that, 2.6 million potential damage. Oy, oy. Okay, so we're gonna look at the, I thought it was, but we're gonna look at the armor layout here. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, the whole ship is covered in 32mm armor, which means, haha, look at me, overmatched by Yamato, of course. So we start taking off the layers here, and no, we need that one. Need to get rid of this one. So it has a turtleback, right? One problem, the actual citadel itself is above water. Just barely. And this turtleback deck is only 50mm. The belt armor is only 350mm. So, and the lower part of it's 275. So, I mean, it's not above the water. It's dang close to being above the water. I think it's just slightly above. And so it is actually possible to citadel these things. There's really not that much armor. If you can hit this 350, 50, that's only 410mm of armor. And this turtleback scheme is angled very heavily. And you don't get much protection from that setup that way. So that's what I was talking about. I really don't think, even though these ships have really good secondaries as far as, you know, good secondary range, I really don't think that, I just don't think that the ship is really capable of being a good brawling ship. I could be wrong here. I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong. I want to play one more game in this just to get one more good game in it. I think that we're gonna do better this time around. So, and then we're gonna switch it up and we're gonna go to, oh wow, 15 battleships, 18 battleships. Holy cow! Yeah, Jeff, you're exactly right. The German battleships have a much better turtleback layout. The Citadel is lower. The actual sloped decks are flatter, and that really helps out a lot when it comes to the close range penetration issue. This ship, nah, I don't think so. It was actually interesting. On the forums, there was a discussion about the all-or-nothing armor scheme and the incremental armor scheme, and why the Germans chose the incremental over the all-or-nothing scheme. And it was a really interesting discussion because a lot of people were saying that the turtleback armor scheme of the Bismarck was best used with the incremental armor scheme, meaning you've got the forward bow strakes that are, you know, helping it protect. And if you look at it, I really don't think it was. Armor weight for armor weight, it's only, it's actually quite a large difference between, you know, the actual amount of protection over the critical spaces. If the Bismarck had employed a true all-or-nothing armor scheme in combination with the turtleback deck, kind of like the early U.S. standard battleships, you would have had much more belt armor. You would have had much heavier. That slanted deck armor would have been much better. I don't buy the idea that the incremental armor scheme is better. Yes, you protect more areas of the ship, but you have less protection over the things that you actually want to protect per fixed tonnage, obviously. So. The issue with all or nothing in this game is it hits an unarmored protection of the ship, at least above the waterline, would only affect the cosmetics. Well, definitely, and that's part of that is Wargaming's balancing issues. I've always retained that hit points, like the location of hit points, as well as the... yeah, I think that if they would actually put this game... Wow, another decently balanced battle. Can't complain about this too much. I really think that had they modeled the game a little bit better, all or nothing would actually have made more sense to have in game. Because in truth, the fore section and the aft section of an all or nothing scheme battleship really does nothing for the ship aside from make it a little bit more hydrodynamic so it moves through the water easier. Well, this ought to be interesting. This map is usually an interesting map, and you don't get it very often with the high tiers. Even if the Friedrich de Gross is only 300, it has 150mm armored deck plus Citadel deck. True. That week during the Duke of York mission that had BB-specific tasks. Man, yes. Are you trying the secondary build? I am not this time. I didn't change anything between this and the first battle, actually. And the reason for that is simple. I really don't think that this ship with secondary builds is viable. And I just got done explaining that. The armor scheme on it, while it has a turtleback, the Citadel sits above water, and the Citadel sloping decks for the turtleback are set at like 45 degrees as opposed to the shallower like 30 degrees of the Bismarck and the Tirpitz, and as a result, the ship doesn't resist shells nearly as effectively as the Tirpitz and Bismarck do. So as far as, you know, secondary build, the ship doesn't have the armor profile to really make it work. I don't think, Jeff, I don't think Bismarck would really struggle with regards to the dealing with Rodney and King George V shells. I think the problem, more or less, for them was that they just flat out didn't have enough air cover. That battle would have been totally different had they not had an aircraft carrier there. And not because the Swordfish was particularly effective at its job, but because there's just a lot there's a lot that a carrier can do with scouting and all that stuff that it would have been much more difficult to accomplish with just scout planes launched from a surface task force. But the shells, everybody thinks that the 16-inch shells, anyway, that the 16-inch shells on board Rodney and Nelson were actually worth their salt. They're really not. They actually had a really bad reputation. If you go and you look on NavWeps at the penetration tables for them, it's bad. It is legitimately bad. Like, there are, I think the World War I Nagato shells were actually more effective, which says a lot about the lack of capabilities. Okay, so there's torpedoes that were intended for me. There is torpedoes. We're gonna pop a shot at this Baltimore, and then we're bugging out of here because apparently destroyers are uninterested in being of assistance. Overpens for days on Baltimore. People think I'm kidding when I tell them that I don't care for the Des Moines armor scheme. That was a perfect example of the reasons why the Des Moines armor scheme is garbage in comparison to the Baltimore. That was a broadside Baltimore that wasn't that far away, that I just overpenned for days on. Okay. That Baltimore can go the heck away so that I can deal with this, Spotting! Thank you. Yes, get your second fire so I can burn the repair on it already. Somebody do some spotting. Or put some torpedoes out or something. Spot that Atlanta quickly! I don't think we're gonna get anything out of that, but we're going behind this island. Hey, 3 overpens! Oh, hey. And a tactical knot-sering. See, that's why I wanted to shoot those shells off, like, right then and there, because we're gonna lose the ability to effectively engage again. Holy buckets. We cannot continue down this route. This will not work. And our Yugamo is burning his torpedoes on that. While he's doing that, we're gonna shoot at this Mayhan and hope that we can get some damage. Yay, overpens. So... do you think that Bismarck would have beaten King George V and Rodney if Bismarck was 100% and wasn't mission killed dead in the water? And yeah, I know Rodney's 16-inch shells were inferior to 15-inch shells. Assuming you share my thought that the Royal Navy was not very well equipped during World War II despite their legendary history and came upon hard economic times. Yeah, so my opinion is that the Royal Navy did the best that they could with what they had. And I don't think they would have ever been in an economic position to actually do something different. There is a lot of different schools of thought on whether or not the Bismarck could have actually taken on those 2 ships. I really don't think that they would have. It's just so hard to sink a battleship, period, outside of air power, that I don't think you could have had either one of those ships actually sink each other absent a very lucky shot. And I think King George V, I think its armor was plenty thick to deal with the aforementioned issues with, you know, shell penetrations. So, at the end of the day, I just don't feel that it really would have been a very fair or comparative fight. And I don't think that there's any way that we could accurately predict what was actually happening or what would have actually happened had we Bismarck been at 110% or 100% of its, you know, combat capabilities instead of dead in the water. We'll just say that swordfish captains have balls of steel, or pilots have balls of steel, because holy buckets. I don't think I could have flown into that mess myself. That's gonna hurt. I should stop saying that. It's apparently not working out. Jeez. Guy's got a very interesting camo pattern there. Hello, Mr. Mayhan. Mr. Mayhan! Uh-oh. Now, the real question is, they have 2 destroyers that are left, a Mayhan and a Z-23. So there's the Mayhan, he's popped up. And then the Z-23 popped up over there as well, so... Oh, for Pete's sakes! I think we're just gonna... We're gonna power on through this and see if we can't surprise an Atlanta. Don't run aground, don't run aground, don't run aground, don't run aground. Surprise Alsace is never a good thing if you're in a light cruiser. Hello! Oh, hey, apparently my aim is not as capable as originally thought. Oh look, there's a bunch of torpedoes headed that way. Just like there's probably a bunch of torpedoes headed my way from this left-hand side. That's why I'm maneuvering. Come on, Atlanta. Trying to sail away from as best I possibly can those torpedoes back there. Yamato, please. No. I did last stream, and it really wasn't that good. I haven't seen you play Kurfürst in a while. There's a good reason for that. I don't like that ship. I don't like that ship like I don't like Yamato. Just a little too required to rely upon teams. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's see if we can't go push in this Iowa a little bit. Ooh, all sauce! That's gonna hurt. Oh, that actually didn't hurt as bad as I thought it was going to hurt. See, he's a full secondary build. Which is great for him. 9,000 damage from a bow pen? Really? We should probably wait for this Friedrich de Gross. The nice part about this ship is you can default to just bow camping. The bow camp does work, believe it or not. Come on, Alsace reload. Bring me some citadels upon this Iowa. I'll take that. Especially since we are now into secondary range on him. Which means we can start our secondaries doing some work. This Friedrich needs the help, though. Nice part about this ship is I'm still bringing to bear a lot of guns and still able to do decent damage to him. 57,000 damage, and it looks like we're losing again. Come on, secondaries. That Z-23 is around here, too. I just know it. We're gonna slam on our brakes one last time while we still have our speed boost up. Why was the France renamed? That's a good question. I'm not sure I know the answer to. My guess is it has something to do with the fact that France would have never been the name of a French capital ship. Ever. République is a much better name all around for a multitude of reasons. Get to work, secondaries. Finish off the Iowa. Attaboy. Okay, so we're still under the reign of terror, for lack of a better phrase. We're gonna let this Alsace run. I mean, he's running. Let him run. We're just gonna turn and we're gonna burn and we're gonna try and help out our team down south and see if we can't help them out a little bit. I'm probably gonna take a pretty big hit here, depending on where he's at in his reload. Yep. Come on, turning. Yeah, ouch. Knew that was gonna happen. Still needed to take the turn anyway. So let's see if we can't take this Otago out of this fight. That would be a good kill to get out. Oh, come on! Really? Of course. I do just enough damage to take it. There's the Z-23, in case we were wondering. He's apparently very pissed and angry that he's not going to be able to get me. Okay, so Missouri, Lion, Izumo. How many secondary batteries? Oh, we still got all of our secondary batteries on the side. Why aren't they all turned in and... Oh, that's because you have to expose a massive amount of broadside to use them all. Who would have thought? Donk! Izumo is over there. The nice part about being this close... Okay, so we know the Z-23 is still out farting around. No, he's not. He's dead. Somebody killed the Z-23? Are you serious? Nice. Okay, so we're gonna keep pushing. We've got the power! This lion, though, is not in a good place right now. And then, unfortunately, there's not any real effective way for us to charge into this mess. We're kind of shoehorned into dealing with 3 separate battleships with 3 of us that are basically dead. Now one of us is actually dead. Okay, so he's maneuvering. So my goal is to split him if I can. Would have been nice if that guy would have been able to get a... still shooting at the guns, trying to get hits on the guns. It would have been nice that he'd been able to actually... been able to get this Missouri here. Okay, so... Oh, the game ended! Boo! Okay, I don't have a mustache or a goatee. Sorry to disappoint. Well, that game wasn't nearly as good, but a lot of the same principles applied. I think teams tonight are being a little less than cooperative. But apparently France was a real ship, huh? Okay, well, I stand corrected. Okay, so let's see, we got a fairly large number of battleships at the high tiers. Let's break out the Z-52 after we collect our container. Of course, we're rocking Marseille as the port tonight. But Carl says, hey man, if this is like the Roma's guns, you need to aim below the waterline on cruisers to land citadels. That's probably very true. Hey, we got ourselves oh, that's from the Yamamoto collection, because I finally got Yamamoto, who, by the way, is still not on a ship. Haven't decided where I'm going to put him yet. Oh, yay. Land battle stuff. Woo! What, Yep, that's fine. Let's go. Alright. I would agree that all sauces long-range AA is more interesting than her secondaries. I think her AA as a whole is really good. And you're right, American Man is right. Republique has an issue. I saw that Wargaming is actually working on fixing that issue, so just keep submitting your, like, if you've got evidence of it happening, there's a thread on the forums right now that says that you can, blah, 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 blah. That's what I get for reading too much. There's a thread on the forums that has people posting evidence of it happening. Donnie Pickett is asking, hey, out of curiosity, on most of your videos and live streams, you seem to play battleships a lot. Is this just coincident, or are battleships your favorite class? I think... I don't want to say that it's my favorite class. I enjoy them because of their ability to carry the game is much higher than other ships. I mean, destroyers as well, but I think if you're a good battleship player, you can really impact a game in ways that no cruiser or destroyer captain could really hope to do. But I do enjoy playing all the classes equally. I play a lot of battleships because that's what people want me to play. Plus, it doesn't help that the most recent lines have all been battleships, so you can reach 650 plus 7.2 kilometer DPS if you have fully spec'd AA. Really? That's quite potent then. Do you know why the Royal Navy did not save Warspite as a museum? My guess is because Warspite was a lot of steel that the post-World War II British people needed, and that was just convenient. Just go ahead and scrap it, as opposed to they needed to scrap it. It's the same reason why, you know, the French didn't save any of their battleships. It's the same reason the United States removed a lot of her battleships. I mean, how many, let's be honest here, outside of the fast battleships, how many U.S. battleships survived World War II? One. The Texas. That's it. I mean, it survived scrapping after World War II. And the only reason the U.S. fast battleships actually were kept is because they spent the 50s and 60s in the reserve fleet. And by the time that it came time, that there was enough, we were scrapping them for, you know, getting money back or getting materials out of it. Really wasn't necessary. We didn't have a need for it at that point in time, and so we could afford to turn them into museum ships. And the French, the British, the Germans, obviously, because, let's face it, the Japanese, for the same reason, they really didn't have much of a choice in the matter. Like, their economies after the war were just not strong enough to keep ships around that didn't have any practical purpose. So there was always that issue. Okay, we would like this Kagero to go forth and you know, actually spot. But welcome, guys, welcome. Yes, the Texas is slowly rusting away. It is the biggest shame that that state is not currently taking as good a care of it as they should. Oh. I don't want to blow my hydro right now. There's no way this Alsace is coming in here either. Oh, we're detected. There we go. I spy! Homeboy, if you think that I really give a flying poo... Okay, now we're gonna start engaging and we're gonna run. But we're gonna use the cover of smoke to help us out here. Mostly because, haha, you're spotted by Hydro! Ha! Get balanced! Well, that was fun and interesting. Well, we managed to dig out something. That Ognivoy coming closer, that would be funny as heck too. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get out of this cap now. Especially since I have a feeling that there's more garbage coming from the north. Look at that! It was almost like I knew that there would be torpedoes coming in. Question is what destroyer is up there? They've got 2 Shimikazes, a Fletcher, and an Ognivoy. That's a quintuple launcher, so that tells me it's probably the Fletcher. Oh, don't mind me stopping at the local dockyards. Jeez. Their Shimikaze took out our gearing. Serious. Well, isn't that just something? I don't think we're gonna get to spot this Alsace. Now, there's more torpedoes. Even more torpedoes. Could be the Shima. Could be a Shima up there too, I guess. Hello, Valak. Okay, if this Yugima or Kagero dies to those torps, I will know that he is straight potato. You suck! Yeah, I'm really not good at this game. That's true. That's why I only have 5,000 damage 5 minutes into a match, 6 minutes into a match. Jeez. Oh, man. More or less, the problem here is just there's no pushing. Like, we got... Yes! Finally! I'm detected! Oh, that's not what I wanted, though. Oi! Nope! Think thin! Nope. Thanks, Missouri! I appreciated that! That's my fault, though. Well, we're gonna go ahead and pray that this is not the start of a really bad day. Oh, that's nice. Test ships are being added. Would have been nice for them to do that, like, several hours ago so that I could actually remove them from the thing so I don't accidentally click on them, but, you know, hey, whatever. Fine. We'll go back to a different old standby then. Started playing Destroyers because of your vids. They're helpful, man. Have US Clemson so far. Awesome. Yes, Josemi, I do think that Zhao's AP is scary. Very, 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 very scary if you are not... If you catch a ship broadside, Zhao is very, very capable with its AP. A lot of people only use the HE on it. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. When was the last time you took an IJN cruiser out? Kuma some seals or something? Well, that depends. Are we counting Ken Cole, or are we only talking about in World of Warships? But it's been a while since I took one out. Mostly because I don't really enjoy their playstyle. Oy. Still got a scratchy throat, apparently. Yes, apparently pressing H while typing brings this up. Fascinating. Less destroyers in this match. Hopefully less potatoing by me. How do I play the Nuremberg without getting one-shotted? Island armor! It's best armor. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically hide behind islands. That's probably the best thing that you can do. Mustang 318 is asking, what is he doing here? You're in a Bismarck. C tier 10s. Yes, Josemi, you're exactly right, and hopefully I'm saying your name right. Yeah, absolutely, and it really is an underrated ship in that regard. Like, that ship has always been able to do stupid things with its HE, but I really don't appreciate, you know, its stealth combined with its AP, its guns, its torpedoes, its troll armor. Like, it literally has very few downsides aside from its AA, and even that's still very respectable. It's not like the AP is, you know, the ship has some form of weakness. Like, at least Henri Quet has a weakness in that the ship has absolutely zero armor and is very easy to citadel and remove. It's just squirrely as all get out. And that tells me a lot about what the ship... That's New Orleans. We're just gonna go in and we're gonna turn to the north. I really nervous about New Orleans. Oh, we got a cyclone coming in. I'm gonna launch these torpedoes off this direction for that key. Hindenburg is coming in. Detected. Fletcher. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop it because there's nothing around here to really effectively spot. Plus there's his torpedoes. Turn left. And turn right. And make a hard left. And engaging. What is detecting me? I don't know that we're gonna get the key. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, hydro. Okay, so now we're gonna run. We're going to run as far away as we possibly can. Mostly to get out of the hydro range. Oh, and I'm detected by Shimikaze and beaching myself. All positive starts to this battle. Just keep WASDing. Not the only thing we can do at this point. Oy, yay, yay. This is getting intense. And time to make the turn. So we are at a significant disadvantage in the fact that we really have no way of dealing with really any of these ships. And the Hindenburg torpedoed our Missouri. We decided it was time to charge whole hog straight into the enemy. We're gonna see if we can't come around this corner and get this Hindenburg, though. We know his hydro is down, so that's always a good sign. He just sit and bow on, not moving. Looks like it. So if I was a Hindenburg, way would I be going? Well, we're gonna blanket it so he can eat a bag. And then we're gonna sit here and we're going to engage him with our guns! Because we need damage. And maybe we'll get lucky and detonate him or something, I don't know. Oh! What hit him? Zhao hit him with a torpedo, apparently. Thanks, Zhao. I didn't want those torpedo hits myself. My long reload torpedo times. Something's detecting this Fletcher. Well, there is a Missouri over here. So we're gonna go away. Fire one more shot off and pray that this Missouri is far enough away that we don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So let's keep going. Let's keep going around the bend. He's coming this way. We got 3 destroyers that are over here and a Bismarck that is off in La La Land. Now the real question is looking at the map, is the Missouri going to be where my torpedoes are going to be when they get there? The answer to that question is yes. Yes, they are. So we're hoping... Jeez and Pete's. AP! You don't want AP loaded, I want HE loaded. Now the key to this engagement is going to be maintaining plenty close. Nope, I'm dead. God damn it. Pardon my language, but god damn it. Ah! I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time judging. Now that Fletcher spotted those torpedoes. That stinks. I'm having a hard time really judging torpedoes apparently today. I think that's part of the problem. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to exit the battle and pray that it didn't pop us onto a ship that we're not supposed to be live streaming. In fact, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw up the stream schedule real quick. I'm going to remove these things from my tech tree here for a moment. So here's our stream schedule. Today is the next live stream is going to be on the 6th. Don't worry, folks, we've got more gameplay to come. Just trying to sort out all of these ships that they gave us for testing. Where are they all? Okay, so that one's down there. Just trying to avoid issues. We definitely don't want me to get fired from the super test program. Someone was asking earlier if I get ships in advance. I do, however, it is all part of the it is all part of the I think that's yeah, okay. Alright, let's go back to the game. So we've got ourselves other ships to play. Anywho, someone was asking for Alabama. We played 2 battleship matches. We played 2 destroyer matches. It's time for some cruiser matches. Someone's asking for Des Moines. It's been a while since I played the Des Moines. So we'll suffer through this nonsense. Des Moines is one of those ships that, it's a good ship, don't get me wrong, but I just get real easily frustrated with it. Mostly with the debt flags, AA. We don't really need that. Let's throw on the speed flag. I just get real frustrated playing it a lot because of the how fragile it really is. So, been issued the reward, which is a bunch of camos that some of them are pretty much useless. Okay, so on to Des Memes. I used to use AP with the Z46, Z52 on fat destroyer broadsides. Occasionally I will. The problem with AP on the on destroyers is it can be kind of unreliable, especially with how small they are and how much of the ship is covered in AA guns and stuff like that. So, yeah. I don't know. Yep. We've been playing a lot of high tier matches too, so we could always step down to lower tier stuff as well. I got a lot of 19-point captains. Once you get them, it's a lot of fun. Oh, poor Shikaku. And it's this map, which I can actually work with this map. The starting point is a little less than ideal, but we can make it work. I like Baltimore more than Des Moines. Man, you're after my heart there, American man. Baltimore is way more tanky, and I prefer it 10-1. It really is with the rate of fire buff. It really is a very solid ship. I just hope that when the line split happens, they don't nerf it. Because it's perfect right now. I mean, it's going to be losing, by going from Tier 9 to Tier 8, it would be losing the heal, it would be losing the access to the rate of fire module. But if they nerf the reload back to where it was, because I think before they buffed it down to 10 seconds, it was 12, I want to say? I don't know. I personally hope that they don't nerf it down too hard. That's just me. I know some people really don't like it. Baltimore needs a buff. Man, I don't know. Yes, it's time for Des Memes, Pew Pew, Daka Daka. The problem with Pew Pew, Daka Daka is it usually comes with the corresponding Pew Pew Citadel through the nose, you're now dead. That's usually the problem that I run with it. Speaking of which, anyone living in the Northeast know if the Salem is open yet? Know that they just recently moved it, but... How is the Khabarovsk nowadays? I don't see mention of it a lot on YouTube anymore. I don't think much has really changed with Khabarovsk. I think it's still the same brokenly overpowered ship that it has always been. We're gonna use this island until we get to see a little bit more about what's going on. We're gonna poke our nose around it. This island isn't the most ideal island, but it's what we've got to work with for right now. Look! We're off to a great start already. Mit a Benson. As we poke our nose out around here. Oh, he's speeding up. Gotta give him much better lead than that. The other thing that I really don't particularly care for on this ship is the fact that its high explosive does no damage. Not that Baltimore's is any better, it really isn't. Hey, look at that! 9,000 damage with one shell hit. Through the nose, nonetheless. So I was told that apparently I must play this ship wrong if I really don't enjoy it, because apparently me not enjoying it is code word for I suck at playing this game. Oh, that was a Yamato shell, that's what that was. No wonder I was getting hit by it. BS accuracy. If it wasn't him, it was the Missouri, which I don't think it was. He's not focused on me at the moment. We're just gonna keep backing up here. I mean, we're racking up little bits of damage, little bit by little bit. Still clicking off in the distance. Ooh, 5 shell hits from our, like, 12 hours of rain. 3 more shell hits. Still no fires. Any day now. Well, while we're kind of going back, you love the Des Moines. Somebody's got to. Man, I get real frustrated playing this ship at times. The salt is real. Well, it doesn't help that I attempt to beach myself every time I play it. And in this case, was successful at beaching myself. So here's to hoping that our... Oh, there's a Richelieu up there as well. So yeah, Des Moines, you know, it'll be interesting to see what if anything, changes with Des Moines. I don't think anything will, even though I really do think this ship needs some help. Mostly in the fact that it's probably outside of Henri and Minotaur, one of the weakest Tier 10 cruisers. But apparently that does not mean it needs buff, Tovarish. It means it needs nerf, because Soviet bias. We're gonna switch to AP for this Moskva. Moskva, Moskva. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, because I don't know that song very well. Well, I don't think any of those are actually going to find homes. It'd be nice if they did, but I don't think any of them are. We're gonna turn out and away. We are gonna go... Oh, look at that! 4 bounces, because, you know, Russian bias. We're just gonna keep going around this island until we get some decent angles on stuff that we need to shoot at. I mean, I guess I can... Their carrier is staying away from me, which is probably smart. So we'll keep going. Everyone does an Otzer eventually. Yeah, but I do it more than some, apparently. Oh, look! We got a massive island to hide behind. If I really want to get over to this Missouri. So, Missouri, we don't want to be broadside to when we come out. We also don't want to be angled too much either. Oh, see, he's running. He's a runner! He's a running away. We're going to switch to AP, or HE here in a second. Because island armor is best armor. And maybe we'll get lucky and beat... No, that gearing is what's over there. I was going to say, maybe we'll get lucky and be able to help this Amagi with with its AA problem. Unrealistic. Could have known better. Somehow the broadside Missouri... But I can't see the broadside Missouri. Oh, there he is. Look! Which is rendered on the mini-map, but not apparently in-game. Because, you know, reasons. So, Amagi... Well, I don't know. But we're in kind of a really sticky situation because we don't have any way of engaging them because we're just too close. We're also being detected by something. I can only guess it's like a Neptune. It's that Neptune. Over on the other side. I can only guess. Switch back to HE real quick. Get those 3-inch 50s rocking and a-rolling. Not that they're doing a whole lot. I'm not burning my islands. Shima. Wasn't burning my defensive fire there for obvious reasons. Lucky random detonation. Oh yeah, I forgot. They changed that, didn't they? It's out of radar range too, so that doesn't help any. Well, he's got aircraft parked over Kagero, so we're gonna burn it. Give me your aircraft. Nom 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 nom. If we can't, nope. Nope, nope, nope. He's not allowed to vorish. He's nothing but balance boat. At least this time it doesn't look like we're on the losing team, but I'm not doing well at all. At all. Kagero, you're welcome, by the way. And what do you want to bet? Since I'm shooting at the Neptune, the chances of any of these ships surviving this engagement is 0, because I'm shooting at a Neptune, which means everybody else is shooting at said Neptune, and I will not get any hits or any citadels, and he's gonna end up dead before I can even get the... Look at that! What is this nonsense? Oh... C'est la vie, as the French would say. Maybe I'll get lucky on the Hipper, because, you know, nobody ever shoots the targets I'm shooting at. On the upside, at least we're not able to be effectively engaged by anything more lethal than this Hipper, so... Now he's pissed, he's shooting at me. Yay! We got kills! Boo! He did a lot of damage to me because broadside. At least now we can sit behind this island in relative immunity, right? Because the Yamato, I don't think he can really get me. Shimakaze obviously isn't within visual range to see me because there's no torpedoes coming in. We got ourselves some broadside targets to rack up some damage on, so we're gonna do it. Mr. Yamato is being focused like mad. Don't tell me who to engage. I'll engage whomever I want. Especially since that Zhao is angled to me, but the Yamato is not. We're detected. Things I probably should have paid attention to. Oh good, he's not focusing on me. Keep backing up, I guess, because this Zhao is going to eventually be broadside to us. Look at this. And now is when we expect him to be randomly deleted, because I'm shooting at him, I'm engaging him. That means he has to be randomly quadruple citadel through the nose to die. Conqueror is shooting at him nonetheless. Hey, buddy! All I want for Christmas is my friggin' kills, dang it! Jeez. We're gonna turn around and go this way. Ah! All I want for Christmas. That's all I want is my kills. The new water animations do look pretty nice. I like them. Some people don't. I don't get why. Whatever. 88,590 some odd damage. We need to be doing better than this. Quick, somebody on the team die. I don't think that's going to happen either. I think our whole team is pretty well stocked up on hit points at the moment. Dang. And we're not going to get in range of that Friedrich now because he's turning away. So I think we're done. I think this is the end of this fight. So yeah, Des Moines. Heavy abuse of islands. About the only way to effectively play this ship. But, as you can see there, it occasionally does work. We shot down 10 aircraft, and did the Kagero survive? No, he didn't. But he survived longer. That's always a good sign. Wait, I'm detected. You know what that means? Shimma, shimma, shimma. That was dumb on my part. Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's gonna help. Oh, dang it. See, this is what I'm talking about. What is this? How satisfied with the... I'm neutral. I wasn't that satisfied by it. The reason why I wasn't satisfied by it because I finished first on the team somehow. Huh. But look at this. I would have lost money had I not had premium. Jeez. Do I play Congo? No. Ooh, we got random crates. French crates, nonetheless. Because I totally need more French crates. Especially when they are all duplicates. Peace Flamu said that detonation check happens after the damage is taken, so technically you can detonate with full HP if the hit brings you below 75%. Oh, well, that's assuming Flamu is correct. Who did he confer that with? Did he confirm it with, like, Sub-Octavian or another game developer? Because that would be... I mean, that would make sense, but... Ha! Alright, Shadowcat, take it easy, man. Alright. No, I'm not a big Congo fan, to be honest with you. Someone was asking for Molotov, but I don't know that I want to play Molotov. It smells funny. We'll play Graf Spee, though. Graf Spee is another frequent flyer on this channel, because it's kind of a fun ship to play, although, I don't know. Flamu could be wrong. Whoa! 44 battleships. This has... We're... No. We're... No. No. I have a better idea. Where is my kamikaze? Kamikaze needs a captain. Oh! Oh! We're doing it. We are doing it. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so we need preventative maintenance, last stand. Let's do the torpedo armament expertise. We're setting this thing up like a pure torpedo boat. We got 15 points. I don't think there's anything else in these that I want to run. This would be 3 and 2. Okay. Make sure that we've got flags and stuff. We do. It is time for kamikaze. Molotov lives up to its name. There is an element of truth to that. 100 and how many battleships in queue right now? What? It's unfortunate that we're not going to get to see that full number. Did anyone happen to catch it before the game went in? Oh, and of course. Really? What is this nonsense? There's 100 plus battleships in queue, and we ended up in a match with a whole bunch of destroyers. Of course. That's just my luck. Oh well. So 7K torps, 5.4 kilometer detection range. Kamikaze is the old Minikaze, even though it's a totally different class. Basically the same class, but totally different class. Peas don't know, but if he had been saying this a lot, so I think that he should have asked someone. Well, it's Flamu, so Flamu doesn't exactly confer with anyone. Ever, it seems like. He just says things. If you can't tell, I'm not a huge Flamu fan. I just... the man and I don't see eye to eye on our methods of teaching. I prefer to teach by example and help people that may not do as well. He prefers to just berate the crap out of them. Nick, I'm actually done with the French campaign. In fact, my Alsace commander is the, Jean-Jacques Honoré. Yeah. So I already have the campaign, the collection for the French battleships and stuff all taken care of already. So, love the York still getting, have the York still getting used to it. York is alright. It's one of the few German cruisers that the HE is actually significantly better than the AP. Land Warrior, I berate the crap out of you because you berate the crap out of me. So, that's just fair play. Can't help it if you can't handle it. Just means you need to get good. It's the Mystery Wagon. Spay is a lot of fun, King Cat Rider. I just, when there's 100 plus battleships in queue, no thank you. I mean, I guess we can go play it afterwards, but seeing that many battleships in queue, I wanted to jump into a ship that is a known battleship clubber. I deserve it. Oh, Land Warrior deserves it. That's true, he does. So while we are waiting for contact, oh, there's our first Gander. If you are interested in jumping into the Discord, feel free to do so. Information about the Discord channel can be found in the description to this video. There's also information there if you guys are looking to donate money. You're certainly welcome to do that, although I definitely don't expect you to do that. They are appreciated, but by no means are they required. Oh, torpedo boats. I don't know that we're going to get the Leander with those or not now because of the Eagle spotting them. We might. What? What? None? What? You have to be friggin' kidding me. How? That makes no sense whatsoever. None. Did you all see that? You all saw that, right? That Leander totally managed to get through my torpedoes without ever getting hit. That is the biggest load of friggin' horse pucky I have ever seen in my life. Oh, we're in a really bad position right now. Yeah, that Fujin. Rip! Are you serious? What? What hit me? What? Did I get hit? I must have gotten hit by that torpedo. Well, that was stupid of me. Apparently, destroyers and me in chat. I think destroyers and me right now, I don't know what it is, but apparently I cannot see, and that's what I think it was. I think that was British HE. I didn't think that that torpedo hit me. I don't know. It took damage like I did though, but I really hate, by the way, the torpedo arming angles in this game are ridiculous. But we are definitely going to revisit Kamikaze, because I overextended, so that's my fault. But flipping the torpedo, yeah, that torpedo would have not detonated like that in real life. Yeah, and then mine didn't hit, even though it looked like that Leander had Land Warrior. Land Warrior, you're such a tight ass anyway. If you donated to this channel, it would probably be 50 cents. Anywho. Yeah, I don't know. So Normandy was the shooter. Somebody hit me big. I think it was a combination of all of the above. One midweight match per stream. Oh man, you really don't want... Well, you know, if somebody's really bored and wants to check, you're certainly welcome to... YouTube Gaming allows you to do what they call YouTube Rewind, which allows you to actually go back and rewatch certain sections of it. Somebody's really bored and wants to do that, they can. Otherwise, I'll check later, but... I figured I was probably gonna... I probably did get hit by the torpedo, if I had to guess. There's just a lot of crap that happened all at once. Was intact behind me, so I missed the torp, so okay. Well, that answers that question. This is probably also a mistake, because our whole team is going not this direction. Well, we'll go close to this island and see what we got before we make the full-fledged decision to go elsewhere. So, destroyers are apparently not my ordeal today. I refuse to accept that. I'm generally speaking a pretty good destroyer player, but as of late I have not been able to really play them. I don't know what it is. I think part of it, is the... and I'm gonna blame it on something. I think I'm just, the Pan-Asian destroyers and the low-tier destroyers that I've been playing, I think, are actually part of the reasoning why. I think it's kind of messed up my aim a little bit. Okay, so there's a destroyer ahead of us, there's a battleship ahead of us. I really don't feel comfortable where I'm at right now. So we are going to go ahead... That same noise gets played, though, anytime you get heavy damage. That's not just a damage sound for... Watch as I get deleted by a Congo. That sound isn't just for torpedoes, though. I'm gonna shoot at this Congo des. Speaking of burning love. And really bad accuracy. Okay, this is Normandy. Gotta be careful with the British, or with the French. The baguettes. Hey, buddy. Zero support. Part of that is your own fault. That's like mine. Dude in the in-game chat. What's my favorite battleship line? Silly question. America. Why? Because American bias. America. Last salvo of AP up against this Normandy, unless he starts to... Oh, good. Farragut decided to show himself as well. I definitely prefer the United States Navy for most ship lines. There's a very good reason for that, is that I think they're just the best mix overall of durability, survivability, which those aren't always the same thing, and outright capabilities. I think they're a good mix of everything. They're pretty well rounded all the way. But I think that makes them kind of fun to play at times. It's Normandy. This ship is not a destroyer hunter, for what it's worth. This ship is a cruiser hunter. This thing does extremely well when hunting cruisers and extremely poorly any other time. It does alright against battleships, I guess. That's about what I expected. We got ourselves a La Galissoniere here that has managed to broadside himself to the... You need to be careful. We have a gallant that's off to our side there. We're gonna pray for a big hit. He's trying to get away. And of course he does, because, well, reasons. And broadside to a Congo, whom I'm hoping is pointed elsewhere. I don't know where that gallant's at, but it does make me very nervous. I'm no longer detected him sailing out in the open there. That tells me enough. I think the... Yeah, that's the Farragut that's detecting me now. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get lucky one of these days. Look at him go! I'm shooting at the Galissoniere, which means everybody else is shooting at the Galissoniere, which means that he will end up dying to enemy shell fire, or to friendly ships before I get to... Scratch that! Apparently he's going to die to my shell fire just as likely as he is to anyone else's shell fire. Finally, halfway decent amount of damage. How to be cheeky. Be a ship with torpedoes that aim very far forward. Step number 1. Bounce leg like child in 3rd grade classroom. Step 2. Shoot at the emerald and steal that kill. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? I really hope he burns the salvo. That would just be hilarious right now. Because he's just taking damage. I mean... I should sit here and troll him. I'm no longer detected! What? Don't go... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Captain, we're under attack! Of course. Now it wants to go in reverse. So we do definitely need to hurry up a little bit here, because this is stupid. I really shouldn't do this, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway because I like being cheeky. And what a better way to be cheeky than to launch torpedoes at the, you know, the French baguette here that we are attempting to shoot at and kill, and well. Yep, that didn't help you any. Neither really did that. I probably am gonna end up missing. Woo-wee! Made it work. Alright. So we know there are torpedoes coming in from Herr Farragut, so we're just going to do our best to avoid if we can. Not had good luck with it so far today, so what's to say I will this time? Would you look at that? What's going on here? I really don't know. I'm not going to complain. Gotcha. Woo! We're getting some work done. We got ourselves a König. So there's the gallant that was at B. pushing them very heavily into the... Oh, hey, that's coming towards me. Woo! Ay, ay, ay. Hey, everyone, how's everyone doing? I think everyone's doing all right, man. I've had better games, that's for sure. This isn't my best game by any stretch. Oh, ouch. Rip me if he can aim. Whew. Fortunate. I cannot see shell tracers to save my life right now. The new caution symbol that's down below the range is actually your concealment. We're just angling away because he is actually really good at aiming that way. Let's stop giving him that then. Oh heck, we got a Kraken on the line. Oh well. Now would be a perfect time to have a spotting aircraft, more than anything. Okay, turn the other way. Mostly because those torpedoes... Oh, he's turning. What way is he going to turn? And we're going to come around this the other side and pray that we can make it work. Oh, Arizona's detecting me now. Maybe. Nope. Unlikely as heck. So... Oh, go turn the other way, turrets. We're gonna try the same thing that we did with the Normandy. We're gonna try and get as close as we can, bow in. Okay, so we're detected. Shoot. Yep, go ahead. Rip. Now we're gonna try and torpedo and run. Whether or not we're gonna get successful, I don't know. I'm half tempted to launch a widespread. I think we're gonna get him, but I think he's gonna get me. Und wir haben ein Kraken! I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep. Well, we got it, though. Oh, man. 3 torpedo hits, 93,000 damage. At least that's going to make up for some of the really, really, really bad destroyer play. Whew. Ah, you know, it is what it is. I got my Kraken. That's good news. Considering how many battleships I sank out of this whole mess, I want to say I sank like, let's see, we had a Normandy, the Koenig, the La Galissonière, the Farragut, the Emerald. Ah, no, only 2. So. Oh, there's that too. I didn't think about that, Josemi. We will, we'll check that out after this match, which is basically over now anyway. So. Yeah! We should be the top of our team. I can't see any reason why we wouldn't be. Whew. How about dem apples? Yeah, buddy! 1.1 million potential damage in a tier 6 cruiser. Almost 100,000 damage overall. Kamikaze match. Detailed report. Damage received. Oh, that was damage done. All of it. No other damage. Yeah, that was from HE. That was all that Queen Elizabeth. Wow. So I managed to avoid the torpedo somehow, but absolutely ate it with everything else. We're going back to the kamikaze and we're going to play it a lot differently this time. Oh, man. I hope everyone's enjoying this live stream. I know I'm having a good time with it. We're exactly halfway through it. Just got a Alpha Napalm Bravo 22 says he just got a Kraken unleashed in his Texas. Congrats, man. Okay. Doot, 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 doot. Wow. Same map. We won't make the same mistake this time. I think we're even spawning in the same location. Nope, we're on the other side of the map. So the other tier 5 is Mutsuki. Mutsuki is not a very potent destroyer. However, in this environment with the carriers, I think both of us are going to be pretty ineffective. Also, Cleveland, Galissoniere, de Grasse, Emile. Avoid the Normandies. They only have 12 guns. It's not like I'm facing up against a Lyon or something. If it was Lyon, yeah, absolutely. Avoid like the plague. Always have fun watching the videos. Well, thanks, Philip. I appreciate it. And thanks for watching. It means a lot to me. This has been fun. You know, I've been experiencing a high degree of what I would call World of Warships fatigue, which is part of the reason why you guys have only seen 2 videos the past couple of weeks. I'm just trying to keep from getting total burnout where I just regret playing all the time. So, King Cat Rider, hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm assuming you did. Also, Peace, do you know that if you hover the mouse over the artillery and torps, you can see who did the damage? Yeah, I can see that. I have a pretty good feeling that the high explosive was actually the Queen Elizabeth. If that's probably a guess, but it's a very educated one. I don't know that that Lyon was, or the Normandy was actually looking at me, but yeah. I meant what you knew. And we are being abandoned over here to our own devices. That's fantastic. Well, Ross, Normandy. It's gonna be a while before he gets into range of torpedoes. Wait, their Mutsuki is not actually jumped into a cap. So that's kind of interesting. I am going to throw those torps down in that area. We should stand a pretty good chance of hitting something with those torps. Provided they didn't just get detected by the spotting plane that flew overhead, I think we'll be alright. This is Tactical Beaching 101. I am beached in a manner in which I cannot be engaged. That makes this the best way to beach. And that Cleveland is not doing what I thought he was going to do. That makes me sad. Those torpedoes are not going to hit. Les sigh. Well, their Mutsuki is still not being spotted. So, de Grasse and Normandy are over in this area. Probably wasted torpedoes, but you never know. Some days you get lucky. And we got enough stealth fire range on them. It's not like we really have to do anything at this point in time. It'd be nice to nuke him, if for no other reason than to get the First Blood achievement and get the really awesome nature. Yes, turn! Turn, baby, turn! Ha 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 ha! We're gonna get at least one. Yep, didn't nuke him, but still charging off this way. We're gonna wait for the spotting planes to finish cycling. Oh goodness. We're gonna end up getting detected here. Maybe not. Keep calm and don't panic, right? Isn't that what I normally say? Oh, we're detected by aircraft. We're gonna save a set. In case he decides to get cheeky. I say in case he decides to get cheeky, but I think we're gonna successfully land much of those torps on him. Hey, we got a fire on him, though. I don't know what his hydro range is, if he even has hydro. Really doesn't matter. Yeah, he's in bail mode here. Yes! Parfait! Still managed to get our torpedoes off successfully. Now I just need these guys to come and assist me so that I can actually go and deal with the rest of them. We're gonna again launch torpedoes ahead of this Cleveland in the hopes that we can get some lucky torpedo hits off, but he's already turning out, so I don't foresee that happening realistically. A tactical Notzer. There is such a thing. I'm not kidding you. Yes, please kill the Cleveland. It's mean. It smells funny. Yeah. I was gonna go after that Normandy, but with that Cleveland there, it's really hard to do that. I don't think there's gonna be any way for me to effectively engage him and get rid of him. Like, we've got enough people here. I'd be able to sneak out and get this Fuso. That would be kind of nice. Of course. That was one of those situations. Did you see how close? Yes! Excellent! Now we have free reign over 3 battleships. Most excellent. So Normandy is not intercepting. Here, I'll make this bigger. Normandy is not intercepting my circle here, so I know he isn't coming in hard enough for me to get torpedoes off and have them be there by the time he gets there, kind of ordeal. Now he is, though. Oh, heck. Been within torpedo range for a while. Now he's turning away now. The Fuso is dead. Apparently that, boop, boop. Well, since we've got plenty of opportunity and time to do this, we'll just sit here and... Well, we'll start them on fire, and I think we're even going to get torpedo hits out of the ordeal. Nice! Okay, well, one's down. Let's go find us another one, then. Now we're getting some work done. Cleveland is a small bully, but don't mess with. He's bigger than... What? Hey, look, I'm Mutski. Come here. Come here, you cute little stinker. Homeboy, you really need to, Yes, Mutski has absolutely terrible guns. There is no doubt about that. But you're also not doing torpedoes. So Just gonna keep shooting at him with guns because, well, this Normandy is nowhere near being able to actually hit me, thanks to the ever-excellent island armor. And he can no longer maneuver to actually adjust to engage me, so we're just gonna keep going. I thought I put Yamamoto on this captain, didn't I? I thought the Yamamoto was supposed to get special colored tracers. All three of the dudes on deck with the machine guns are going to town. Jeez. Normandy is retreating hard. Ugh. How do I feel about the Japanese battleship Izumo? I hate it. That ship has zero redeeming qualities. And I legitimately do mean zero. And I guess I don't. The ship could be made fine if it had something going for it, like, I don't know, if it had something good going for it. Yeah, you're gonna die by the time I get close enough to him, and the match is gonna end. Like, it doesn't have AA, it doesn't really have that good of secondaries. Its guns stink too, so there's just a whole lot of really not all that good things about it. No damage received that entire time. And made money. Not a whole lot of money, but we made it. Well, that was almost a redeeming battle. I think this is a repeat. Well, we'll just keep repeating it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, so we... Excuse me. He does have Yamamoto on it. Do you have to get first blood to get the colored tracers, or... Oh, I just have to mount them. I get it. Well, who doesn't want to mount everything, especially since it doesn't cost you anything? Alright. So, let's, hey, what's up? Can you play the Tier 9 French battleship? I played 2 matches in Alsace, but I can play it again if you want. Especially since we did not achieve any wins in it. So here's Tier 9 Alsace with Jean-Jacques Honoré. So we will keep going. Apparently the stream it's only streaming in 720p. Is that true for everyone? Are you guys only viewing this in 720? I don't know why it's saying it's only 720. It should be in 1080p with 24 frames a second, not 30 frames a second. It's all about. Charles Martel. Yeah, I don't know. There's only 19 battleships at the high tiers, so these battles up here are a little bit more well-rounded. It's the 7 destroyers that's kind of annoying. So, Lil Will, are you still hanging around? Wow, just it's torpedo soup. At least we can rule out one of them. Okay, so it is recording in 1080. I don't know what it's why my stream health thing is saying that it's only 720, but whatever. I bet that Commander in Republique will be very interesting if using both a drone Russian expert marksman. It is actually using expert marksman. Lil Will, pick something for the next one. I don't know if we got any other the sponsors that are checked in. I don't know if we got anyone aside from Lil Will that's sponsoring the channel. Check in so I know you're here, so I can get what you want from me next. Oh, somebody in here has a Republique. Ah. I'm watching it on my phone, it's only 720p, can't see higher qualities. Ah. Hey, Super Crew, what's up? Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do 4K. I'm not even playing the game in 4K. You got a whole match to decide, Lil Will. So, no pressure or anything. No, we gotta turn these the other way. Ooh. I have not played the Republique, so I don't know. What's the worst tier 1? Oh, okay, New Mexico will be the next ship that we play. What's the worst tier 1? I guess I don't know. I've not played the Chinese one, or sorry, the Pan-Asian one. The Chen Yang, I think is what it's called. But Bogan V is definitely terrible. Erie has gotten really bad. So I don't know. Erie used to be really good when we had the ability to switch between HE and AP because it had really good AP, but yeah. So we do have a Republique on our team. It was changed from France, mostly because Wargaming really didn't like the name France, and quite honestly, I don't personally think it was a very good name either. France, even though it is the name of their country, just kind of is a bit goofy. So we are detected, and we are broadside to Grosser Kerr first, who is bow in. Ah, he's turning. Excellent. So we'll turn away. And of course, the minute I do that, the Khabarovsk shows up. I'll take 6,300 damage on a nose-on currywurst. Oh, there's a Conqueror over here. That ship is annoying. 50mm of deck armor? What? I don't even know what he's talking about there, but... I-401. If you want me to play submarines, I can switch over to Silent Hunter if you want. And I can play the US fleet boats. Hey, Victor Yao just super chatted, $2 Canadian. Work died down, still managed to catch your stream. Nice. Thanks for coming out, man. So, alright. Nope, ARP. What? Goodwin, Sparta, Subcarrier. I-401, yeah, that was the... That was the, whatchamacallit. That was the placeholder for the ARP captains, if I remember correctly. On the upside to having the Khabarovsk over here, being the one who's doing all the detecting... Hey, there's another 8K. That means that we can come over here for a little bit. Aircraft carrier... Yeah. It only carried 2 of the, is it Sapes? I forget how they say it. It's like Sarin or something like that. They were, seaplane carriers, basically. Shim up! I don't know if those are gonna get through and hit him. Yeah, 2,300. There are worse. Time to straighten out. Khabarovsk. Conqueror. That was well before I started playing. When they had I-401 as a... I-401 really isn't that, isn't really that old. It wasn't that long ago that was in the game. Of course, somehow only managing to do like 1,200 damage to a Conqueror that was sitting broadside to me. That's mildly annoying. Again, upside, Conqueror generally shoots HE only. Just need to worry about the Shimakaze, but we got our Shimakaze. Hey, there was some damage. Hey, that looked like it was a pretty decent amount of damage. God, that ship is such BS. Like, at what point did Wargaming think that was really a good idea? Was it 2, 3, whatever it was? I don't remember the exact number of aircraft it carried, but it wasn't a lot. It's not like they took an Essex and turned it into a submarine. Okay, no use in chasing down the, Conqueror. As much as I would love to chase him to the ends of the earth, we really need to, get back towards the decap and keep pushing. Because we only have 1.5 and the other one is being capped. Des Moines will never know what hit him. All too easy. Good night! Wow, that was first blood? Wow! Whew! That was a long time! I know that they carried him around disassembled. That is about the extent of my knowledge when it comes to the various submarines of the Imperial Japanese Navy. Take that island. I hope that that's also a take that gearing. It's not. Boo. Ooh, the Iowa detonated the Habarovsk. There's some balance for you. And now we got ourselves broadside Shimakaze. Oh, our Minotaur finished off the gearing. Got shells out on the Shima, which I think those hit. Yeah, they missed. Missed. Boo! Never come to fight. Should add Mogami seaplane deck for unlimited cat plane shiggles. Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to add that in. As much as we would like them to, I just don't know that Wargaming has it fully figured out yet. How they're going to implement something like that. They just dumped the planes into the sea. What is that horn? It's a French horn. Get it? It's a French horn? I'm here till Friday. Anywho. Gemma, no! I have serious misgivings about that Shimakaze's intentions. Ah, Republique flooded out. Really? That's all it was done in damage? What's spotting the Shima, I wonder? He's like perma-spotted right now. I don't know. Need to get on the broadside of this Missouri. Or the All-Sauce. Either of the two would be good. Ah, that was a decent hit. We do have a Conqueror over there that we need to worry about, so discipline involving the usage of repairs and stuff. Those are obviously going to be super important. Trying to get on the broadside of this Missouri to get a big hit like that. It's working. Now we are all up here by our lonesome, which means we need to get the big boy carry pants on. Which means we are going to ignore the rear gun for a little bit. Nope. $21,000 damage. Nice! Getting the work on. This Shima is a pain in the butt. Ouch. Oh boy! More torpedoes that he's gonna miss. Really? You're shooting HE at me? Alright. Rapooey! Jeez! We're being a bully right now. I like it. Sign me up. Using beats. Shimakaze being particularly dodge-worthy. Again, gonna slam on the brakes as we get into this chat, because I don't know what... Man, screw you. Oh, there's another set of torpedoes. That was very conveniently timed island placement there. But here's to hoping we can make it around this island and get into a successful position to engage this Conqueror. Burning the Damacon, trying to... Nope, ouch. Perfect. Woo! I don't think I'm going to survive this engagement with this Conqueror. Absent some ridiculous amount of luck, he's just going to turn and spam HE. The Shimakaze is hyper freaking annoying with how good its HE is right now. And that will most certainly be the end of me, but we've made a pretty good show of it right now. I'm going to throw up this aircraft, the spotting plane, in the hopes that maybe, just maybe... Oh, Citadel on a Conqueror! Eat it! Just eat it! I will take it! Yeah! 171,000 damage, man. Woo! French horn. Woo! Give who a shout out? Who? Clanmate. Playing with his redneck, huh? Is he still alive? No, he's not. Ha! Well, it certainly wasn't for lack of trying on my part. We did a pretty dang good job there, if I don't say so myself. I just hope that we can manage to eke out the win. I think we're gonna get it, because the Minotaur here is headed into smoke to deal, and is gonna have the ability to deal with their Minotaur. I guess... No, they're too close to each other, so the Minotaurs... It's gonna come down to who's willing to expose the most broadside. And hopefully it's not ours. And hopefully our team can support him. Because if he can, I mean, yeah, it's over. He's turning broadside to launch torpedoes. So he's gonna end up killing our Minotaur. Turned the wrong way, but that was a good trade. I would take that trade 110 times. Garrow, go! What are you doing? No! These are good odds. Well, I don't think that was that bad of a trade, honestly, but Minotaur versus Minotaur, he took out two with him, so that was good. The Conqueror isn't gonna be able to super heal all of that. So I wasn't too worried about that. But no, Super Crew, I'm really not a big clan battles person. I don't have the free time to devote between this channel, the my two jobs, and all the other things that I'm doing with my car and stuff. I just don't I don't have the ability to really actually like do clan battles. So I don't know. That's just what it is. The AP pen on French battleships is very high. For example, the Republique AP is higher than Yamato until 19 kilometers. Yes, but it does so without the overpen benefit, or without the overmatch benefits. So, man. Who are we reporting? Oh. Well, yeah. We lost this battle because... The question is why did our Kageros go on to try and cap? I don't blame him for that. So these two battleships definitely didn't help us win the cap game, but you know, you can only do so much. You cannot win the game for everything. It sure as heck wasn't because of me. We're not flipping this. We've lost if we don't kill everything at this point. I don't think that Shima is going to wait either. I think that Shima is headed to D. That's where I would be headed if I were him. But I don't even know, is he even still in this match? I don't think he is. I can give him a compliment, though. Compliment. Plays well. And he was the one that detonated the Haberovsk, wasn't it? I think so. How come I need a tier 8 French BB to get the tier 8 French camo? I don't know. Those battleships are doing more to get than to... See, that. What is the Shima doing? If I were him, I would have gone towards the decap. Because he opened himself up there to being engaged. Oh, yeah. This Shima player, no, he did quite a lot. Gotta give him credit for that. Got one torpedo hit out of that whole thing. Yeah, no piece, but higher pen makes you easier to hit armored citadels like Conquer and Kerr first. With lots of penetration with higher angle. That's true. We played a lot of battleships. We need to break out the Baltimore. We've not played it yet tonight. We got an hour to play multiple ships, but we got to do the New Mexico next. That's what Lil Will wants. And man, that was a great game. Just a shame that it wasn't able to convert it into a victory. Unless this Shima just dies right now, which I don't see happening. And even if he did, why is their team not ticking over? Oh, because they don't have any caps to get any points. Oh! Jeez. So close. No, we definitely weren't going to win that. The match was going to be over before that was a possibility. That Minotaur, yeah, I suppose. 2 million potential damage. I mean, this thing does some work. So it looks like I died primarily to artillery. But that Des Moines, that was beautiful. Missouri kill, oh, okay. We did some decent damage to him there too. He lost that turn fight. Lost his kind of bearing on that turn fight. They definitely should have won that a long time ago. We got a request to play Richelieu. I have no problems playing Richelieu after this. Just need whoa. Unlock the final task of the first bit of this. Battles with the tier 8. 25,000 hit points in a single to win? What do I get from it? Dunkirk camo. Alright. This I don't know. Yeah, I don't have Eigel to do it, so. That's fine. We can get rid of that because we don't need them anymore. Okay, so not those ships. Need to come up here to New Mexico. Got some more French collection containers to open up. Duplicates, but because I have the campaign completed, it's 15,000 credits. More duplicates. And of course, yet more duplicates. Alright. So, New Mexico. We've got ourselves our Capitan. Got those. I think this is all still set up from the previous. Everything except for apparently the spotting aircraft. Must have been like hard up on the need for cash or something. I don't know. We're gonna swap out the dragon flag for Ouroboros for more free XP. And I play the Missouri. See, this is what I'm talking about. Who was it that was asking me earlier the reasons why I play battleships all the time? look at this. I've gotten New Mexico, I've gotten Alabama, Missouri, Richelieu. Oh man. But I really do like Richelieu and Alsace from what I've played of it so far. I mean, you guys have seen all 3 battles I've played in it on live. I really am enjoying it. It is quite nice. It is a very capable little ship, and I guess it's not little. The secondaries are good at being really annoying, and by the time I get done fully speccing that captain out, you know, the secondaries are going to be pushed out just a little bit further. It's going to end up being like 9.2, 9.3 kilometers. That's going to be kind of nice to have just as like a general purpose harassment tool, even though the ship itself is not spec'd for secondaries, and it's spec'd entirely into anti-aircraft, so that'll be kind of nice. So New Mexico, this ship should have never have been scrapped, but she was. She's just so beautiful. Everything about this ship is functional. Just, you look at all of the different like aspects of the way the superstructure is laid out, where the secondaries are at. It's just functional. It's a good ship. Favorite Tech Tree Tier 5 battleship? I don't know that I really have one. I mean, maybe Congo, but... No, Hey, little hippo, welcome. I think, let's see, what is it? It's... the Koenig? Is that the... Yeah, that's the Tier 5. That ship wasn't too bad. Ghost of Me is asking if I want a challenge. What's your challenge? I'm interested to hear it. For the first 2 minutes before you dunk. Nice. STW member on the other team. See? Look! Now I've got another call for October Revolution. Oktyabrskaya Revolucja. New Mexico's horn is kind of interesting. It sounds like a combination of a train horn and a boat whistle. Ooh, that's neat. I don't think I've ever seen them do that before. This, well, no, I don't. That must have been there for a while. Makes me want to bring this map up on a on the training room and see if I can't sail into there with like a destroyer or something. It's kind of neat. I'm still waiting for that challenge. Italian Tier 5 is good, but it's not a Tech Tree battleship. They were asking for Tech Tree battleships. 4,500 or off of a fellow STW member. Texas is also not a Tech Tree battleship. The New York is the Tech Tree battleship. That ship is painful. Even Texas is painful. I'll be the last person to tell you that Texas is a fun or easy ship to play. I mean, it has its days, but overwhelmingly not. Well, that's gonna hurt. Of course, as I say that, 1,000. STW, all the little sub-STWs that you see are basically just, hey, we ran out of room in the primary clan, so we're gonna throw you into this clan. They do lay things out so that the STW clans that are more active, like in clan battles and stuff, have all the people who want to be in clan battles are more likely to be in the same clan, so that we actually can put together STW clan battle teams. But overwhelmingly, there's not really any difference. It doesn't mean anything else. October Revolution is a punishing ship. It's a great ship. I don't know what you're talking about. It punishes fascists and capitalists so amazingly. Oh, really? Come on. Magala Sanier isn't exactly that stealthy. See if we can't maybe help him return to the bottom of the ocean. Yes! Got him! Duca! Duca, Duca, Duca. Duca d'Aosta. Best camo in the game? Which one? This one? I would agree. But I'm slightly biased though. I really like this ship a lot, which is why I bought the premium camo for it. It's just sad that the premium camo isn't any better than some of the camos that you can get from It's just sad that the camo's not any better than what you can get from you know, like not the shop, but other ways. Like completing challenges and stuff. They really need to make the premium camos like actually worth their doubloon value, in my opinion. It is at the high tiers. Oh, hello. Where did that come from? There's a destroyer left, but it's a Sims and it's all the way up north. Duca is down. Maybe those were Duca torps. That would explain a lot. Doors, Normandy. We are going to turn and we're going to traverse our turrets the other way. We're going to sneak through this gap here. Does New Mexico have the fastest shell velocity in the game? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's really close. What are your thoughts on the upcoming updates, such as the split U.S. cruiser line? I think they should fix most of the problems that the game has now and add more ships that all come with their own problems. Well, it'll be interesting to see how they implement it, because there's a lot of different ways in which they could implement it and really screw them up. And so far, Wargaming has not really released much in the way of information about how they're handling the split. So I don't know. Just in the layout of it, if they don't change, you know, much in the way of, like for instance, if they don't change much about the Baltimore aside from moving it to Tier 8 and removing the Tier 9, Tier 10 upgrade module, I think it'll be a pretty solid ship overall. But if they're going to take the heel off of it too, I guess, because that change from Tier 9 to Tier 8 is going to involve the removal of the heel. I think that's kind of a mistake, personally, but well, that could have been the US's little niche. Speaking of niches, hey buddy. I hear you like armor penetrating rounds, so we put some AP on my battleship so I can pen you while you're being penned. And nothing but bounces. Because New Mexico armor is best armor. U.S. standard battleships for the win. And that might be the end of him. Alright. So there's a Sims floating around here somewhere, but he wasn't close enough to really detect me. So we're gonna... How do I want to continue this? We're just going to traverse. I really don't want to traverse multiple times if I can avoid it. Yeah, see, we're not even detected, so that Sims is nowhere near us. Really, we don't want to traverse too often because of the issues that it... Oh, those are torpedoes from the Sims. Because of all the issues and stuff that are associated with it. The more you traverse your guns, the less you're able to bring your full might to bear. But in this case... be a lot of work for me to turn the guns and bring them to bear. I'd have to turn the whole ship around, and with this island here, I'm just not that capable of really turning this ship all the way around like that. That Sims is unfortunately detecting us. Yeah, the 20 knot US standard battleship speed is really frustrating. And that is the Sims now detecting us. We are gonna do our best to try and avoid him as best we can, but part of this is because we've got, oh, hey! We're gonna throw up the spotting plane. New Mexico has one of the best TDS values in the game, and Sims torps are not particularly heavily damaging. That's the Shores shooting at us there. Finally took some damage from that shores. Oh, for Pete's sake, somebody finish off the Duke of York. There we go. Okay, so we know that the Sims is not within Suicide Torp range, but I don't think he had Suicide Torps to begin with. That New Mexico is a problem. Bayern. Ouch! That didn't feel good. Hoping to return the favor. And no longer detected. Oh, I was supposed to be traversing my guns, wasn't I? I had them this other way. We're gonna keep turning because I just know that the Sims is like right there. And we're headed back to try and really keep our caps secure. That's really what I'm doing here. Trying my best anyway. Bayern, he's probably not even focused on me. No, the other way. I really wish these guns traversed quicker. I really wish these guns had much better, Now we're detected. That tells me that Sims is close. Gotcha, buddy! Be nice to be able to finish this New Mexico off without having to slow down. I don't think that's gonna happen though. Especially not when he disappears. Oh, he's able to shoot at me though. That's cute. Shores. Now give me my turrets back to where they should have been. Maybe we'll get lucky and depth strike him as well. Nothing but overpens. Boo! Ow. Alright, so he's turning bow in. Means we're gonna get this kill because... No! What? Are you serious? He's gonna end up dying to HE spam. That is by far the luckiest New Mexico ever. Yeah, I was gonna say... Alright, so now we gotta look for other targets to shoot at. Well, we'll just keep on chugging along here. Choo-choo! Oh, the shores ain't slowing down any. We're gonna keep headed this way. Hopefully we'll get lucky and get ourselves a... 4 overpens on a shores is not what I wanted, but whatever. Cleveland is now dead. That leaves the Bayern, the shores, and the Sims for us to engage. 85,000 damage. We're doing pretty good, but first mission into French, 90k so far. Nice. Bayern not detecting him. Shores not detecting him. Well, the Bayern is... Let's get turned. Now, see, he's gonna be turning away by the time those shells find home. Man. Well, that's just it. So, like, the U.S. battleships are really potent. However, you really have to put them in the right place on the map to maximize their playstyle. So, I've said it before in the past, you really have to be cognizant of where you're at in the map. So when we started off, we were way up north, and it was too far north. They were going around the end, and then I came back through the middle. That was the best case scenario given my positioning at on this map. And really, it wasn't that good of a probably wasn't the best decision I could have made. But we made it work. I mean, we're up to 85,000 damage with the potential for even more than that. So, I mean, nothing to sneeze at there. Jeez. That Shores is over here now as well. We're gonna wait for our guns to get back up before we throw the spotting plane back up. This ship really is good at punishing cruisers. It's just a matter of catching them at the right moment in which to punish them. Like, if I had all of my guns up right now, that would be fan-friggin-tastic. $4K, and the Bayern lops off a huge chunk of my hit points for being a broadsiding scrub. But, that Shores is going to try his best to hide behind this island, I just know it. Kind of what I would do if I were in his shoes, knowing how easily spotted I was. So this next salvo is invariably going to end up going towards the Bayern. Mostly because I can't engage anything else at this point in time. Can we break 100K? Yes! We've broken 100K. 100 and K. What? Also, Shores has really short-range torpedoes. I think they're 4K. And he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Oh, briefly detected there by the Bayern. Like he's slowing down to me. We've really been able to maximize our targets that we can engage. Ooh, that hurts. 118,000. This has been kind of a long match. We've had a couple of really long matches tonight. We're going to angle in just a little bit more. The whole premise of this is we're going to try and bait him into shooting at our broadside, but he is ignoring us. Well, ignore at your own peril. Apparently our Emile Bertin over there is Kerplui. Which means that Sims is either really far out of play, or he is, like, moments away from issuing death and destruction. Since we have no reason not to be bow into him, we're just gonna go... Oh, he's dead. Well, we found out. Sims is nowhere to be found. 122,685 damage. I think this has been a pretty good one. Do lawyers like to play World of Warships? I don't know, do they? Like lobbing a lead ball. Where did I get my sight? That is static number 9 of the in-game ones. So, since we've got a lull here. If you go into your settings, go all the way over to control, you can see it says select crosshair. It's under static. You click on this here and it'll bring down a drop down, and this is static number 9. That's in-game. Don't have to do anything to get that. That is included in the game. So our Colorado is really our last hope when it comes to making sure that Sims doesn't try and sneak it. Apparently everyone in my clan cheats. I'm kidding, hope it a no thing. What? What is he saying? Apparently everybody in this clan cheats. I didn't know that. I literally have no mods installed, and I would be more than happy to show people that. Like, right now I don't even have my daytime port mods installed. That's the only mod that I've run recently. There's none of this that you're seeing in game is anything more than what I've addressed in a video. I actually have a video on what mods that I was using a long time ago and why I don't use any mods anymore. Like, I got sick of dealing with the fact that Aslane's was never updated, and like when it was updated, it was always like a week before the next patch would hit, and you're like, well, what? And then I stepped down to just using texture packs because the texture packs you could get away with using and not have any real issues. Well, we're not detected, so that means the Sims is nowhere near the cap, or at least what I can see over here. So we'll just, I don't know, we'll do some shore bombardment or something, I don't know. Thankfully, the vast majority of our team is headed back towards our cap, which means that our Colorado is not going to be left alone over there. Okay, so Swift is detected. He is the Normandy. He's definitely not hiding at B2. If he was, he wouldn't be spotting the Normandy. Have I played on the Sleeping Giant map? I played on it about 3 or 4 times. I want to say I played it twice in the Baltimore, once in a Z52 and once in a Yoyang, maybe? I have a hard time remembering, not because it's like, not because my memory is bad, just because I just don't. Interesting part about those shells is that none of those are going to splash down before the end of the match. Almost! What challenge? I must have missed it, so I'm scrolling up. Play the Zal like a cap supporter, but because there are a lot of BBs today, it should be very risky. Ay. Do I really want to, though? I don't know. What do we get for the... Oh, that's the... I know what that's for. Derp, derp. So we've completed something. This means we've got the Dunkex camo, right? Okay, so which ones are these? Okay, so that's earn any 100 ribbons. Okay, so this is going to be Eigel. 1,500 ribbons in any French ship. And whatever this is, 1,800 ribbons in any ship. Ribbons. Those are easy to get if you're playing like in Atlanta. Our last crate of the day. Can we get a super container? No. Dang it. Was really hoping we would, though. So we have time for, looks like about 2 more battles after, 2 more battles here. Obviously, we have to finish with the, you know, ever glorious Montana, but I want to do one more destroyer battle because we have not played a Katsuki tonight, and, well, let's face it, I've not been exactly the world's best with destroyers, so it could be interesting. I think it's crap that you had to have RNG give you missions for the French BBs. I didn't get a single one while my friend got Richelieu and almost has Alsace while I'm grinding tier 3. Yeah, I mean, it's always a risk, and I think really what Wargaming was trying to get people to do was to put money down. And that's not easy for everyone to do. And I would hope that Wargaming is smart enough to realize that. I mean, they're not stupid. So I thought something interesting was happening with that. No, I don't want to exit the game. I want to go back to port. Alright, we're going to play a Katsuki, and then we're going to finish it up with the Montana. So a Katsuki is one of those, one of my favorite ships in this game to play. Not had terribly good luck with her as of late, so it'll be interesting to see if we end up in a tier 5 through 7 match, or if we end up in a 7 through 9 match. Good. And there's a fairly large amount of battleships. Hey, look, we've got some PNG guys. Where's Wales at? He's a frequent flyer, a frequent watcher. We got Carrier Shinano, huh? I think I've ever met Carrier Shinano. I wonder if that's somebody that changed their name from before. I got the super container radar. Would I put it on Baltimore or Des Memes or wait for Buffalo? I'd put it on the Des Memes, personally. That turns that ship into a pretty good radar picket. Not that it needs help being a radar picket. readjust my chair. I need to buy a new chair. Okay, only 2 destroyers. They have an Akatsuki and a T-22. Huh. Bark says he also thinks that Wargaming is also trying to avoid having everyone grinding up the line at the same time, at the same tier. That's definitely an interesting perspective, one that I had not thought about. I think it actually worked out really well. Alright, Eldridge, thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it. Wolf is asking why I use the static site over the dynamic site. Any specific reason? The reason why I use the static site is because it's just something that I've grown up with. Like, when I started playing this game, all we had access to was static sites. The only way to change the crosshair was by modding, and you just get used to it after a while. Like, you use it, and it is what it is. Get myself a standing desk. I'd love to do that, actually. I'd have to find one that... my monitors don't... I'd have to find one that's wide enough for my 4 monitors that I have. Yes, you heard that correctly. 4 monitors. Well... This Emil Bertan is, potatoing, so we will do what a good teammate does. Leave a nice, long smoke cloud. Well, there's a destroyer in here. Question is where? I don't know where. We're just gonna launch torpedoes at random. There he is. She is. Apparently this Akatsuki does not have concealment expert on her yet. That's kind of a mistake. So we're gonna shoot at this Graf Spee. We disappear behind the island here. Ooh, I hit him. Our carrier is AFK. Oh no. Okay. What do you think is more of an advantage? More higher tier DDs or more higher tier battleships? Ooh. Oh, got a torpedo hit. That must have been on the Akatsuki. Almost got one on the Graf Spee. 3 randomly launched torpedoes, and we almost ended up getting them taken care of. That's pretty funny. Oh! Britannia with the smackdown. I don't know. I think that I think overwhelmingly, I think we are better off with more. Oh, their whole team is coming this way. I think that we're better off with more destroyers than battleships. If for no other reason than destroyers are actually very, very capable of you know, like handling the various situations that come up and stuff. I think overwhelmingly, I think there's a higher level of flexibility there, which is nice. We're gonna do our best to delay and cap as long as possible. I don't know that we're gonna get any torpedo hits. It doesn't matter if we get any torpedo hits. There's nothing with radar on their team that I have to worry about. And apparently I'm outspotting everything except for the T-22, which is right there. So that means that we can pretty much sit here in immunity until, well, they've decided that something's blocking the cap. Oh, Akatsuki. We're gonna try and gun down our sister here. Sorry. She slows down. That doesn't work on me. So. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Really? No kills? Oh, got torpedo hits off over there. A torpedo hit and a flood. We're gonna try and find ourselves this T-22. I really think the T-22 is going to be a much better target to try and kill anyway. Before we do that, we're going to launch torps mid. And hopefully I can not potato into, you know, eating a whole bunch of torpedoes from the T-22. We got a Galissoniere helping us out, so we should be able to do that. Do I have Asashio to test? Yeah. Good night. Akatsuki does not appreciate your lack of good tone. Please accept my sincerest... Oi! Launch torpedoes. Which we knew was going to happen, so that doesn't surprise anyone. No love from Dunkek. This gives me a healthy case of the sads. Their Akatsuki is nearly dead too, so that's always a good thing. Dunkirk is coming in hot and heavy. Or Emile Bertin is doing everything in its power to die, fortunately. We need to sail away from the Dunkirk because he is fast enough right now. Yeah, maybe not. I was gonna say the thing with Dunkirk is you gotta be careful because it is plenty quick. There's two Dunkeks over there. Well. Oi! Take things that are bad for 1,000. Thankfully, we've crisscrossed this area with enough torpedoes. I think we're going to get at least one. If not multiples. Yeah, buddy! Getting one. It's going to cause a flood. Yeah, we might not get any others, but that's okay. Is he flooding? No, he is not. Okay. Oh, got another torpedo hit. And now we're all up here by our lonesome with no carrier. Okay. We're gonna hold on to this set and see what happens. I don't think this Dunkirk is gonna do anything. Yeah. He's turning out and away. Since he's turning out and away, we're gonna see if we can't start him on fire. I don't think we're gonna get very successful with it, but we're gonna try. They're turning around to go the other way, which is kind of nice, actually. Yes! Fire! Burning baguette! Be nice to get another fire for extra burning baguette. La Galissoniere is back there, so ship to be cognizant and aware of. Shooting at me now. Niet, you will not, Tovarish. It's bad news. And a little bit of throttle jockeying there to... Und wir haben... a couple more seconds anyway. Ow. I don't think we're gonna get any torpedo hits. Doesn't mean we can't continue to shoot at him, though. I don't know what's spotting him. Independence, maybe? Just keep sailing. Aye! Blien! Just keep sailing, just keep sailing. Arrow channels suck. Whew! No! This is one thing I don't like about this ship. I don't think we're gonna survive this, so we're gonna... He knows what I was about to do. Question is whether or not I can get lucky enough and actually accomplish it, or not. I don't think it's gonna happen. Our carrier, watch our carrier live through this. Wouldn't that be freaking awful? Dunkirk, so when we come out of here, we want to come out of here and go as far left as we can, because we're going to come out and there's going to be battleship, like, right there. No, I didn't call I didn't call him a pancake. I said oblivion as in, like, oh, crap! No! We could only be so lucky that something interesting would happen with those torpedoes before the match ended. Yeah, my team is gone. Our carrier is AFK, and not a single one of them has done anything. Like, I don't know. Any bets on the Leon? We gonna get him? I can only hope. Man, that would be so funny. Nope, don't think so. Man! I thought those torpedoes were sure good enough for at least one of them. Let's say... Well, we'll keep doing what we can do, but overwhelmingly. Oh, our carrier is finally in the match. Only $1 short and a day late. Maybe this time. We're gonna get the Königsberg, or is he gonna successfully dodge? No, he's gonna dodge. Dang it. We're just being the cheeky torpedo boat that we can be. Although, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I don't know how he was able to catch up with me. This distraction should be good for him. Although the match is basically over, so I don't... Unless this La Galissoniere basically just decides he's gonna eat a whole bunch of torpedoes. Oh, really? Game? Come on! What? Get him fighting through the minefield here. Rip my hit points. Well, we're getting some damage done, but... Ah! Oh, well... It is what it is, huh? We did pretty good. 72,000 damage. I won't complain too loudly about that. Especially since our aircraft carrier was AFK the entire match. We've got just enough time for one last battle in none other than the USS Montana. I was complimented. Sweet. We got our Monty here. Let's make sure we've got our flags for our Commander XP. And here we go. Yeah. I want a modern-day nuclear cruiser. You know, I think outside of a very small number, like the US had had one, maybe, I think is what I'm thinking of. The Russians had a couple, I think. I don't know. April Fool's modern warships with AA. Lil Hippo, I did say blien, which, as KG accurately points out, is slang for a Russian cuss word. It means basically the same thing, but it's kind of like, ah, crap. Okay, so the map is, what was this map? Sea of Fortune. This is an okay map. Not a whole lot of real easy routes to go to effectively support your team in a battleship, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna head over towards A, but, yeah. We'll see what happens. At a few coil cruisers. What do you mean by coil cruisers, Moon? What's the best way to get past the Izumo? Well, that's really easy. It's called free XP. My recommendation would be play it a little bit closer than you probably would normally. Visa or MasterCard. There you go. I think overwhelmingly, I think Izumo is really a bad paywall. It's very effective, that's for sure. And we have carriers, and I'm glad I'm back to being AA spec in this thing now. Big Gun is apparently new in Alex. Wow. Hard shell or soft shell? What? Hard shell or soft shell what? Tacos? I prefer hard shell. The Admiral Kuznetsov is a diesel-powered carrier. Yes, the Montana is technically a paper ship. The ship was actually ordered, however, none of the keels were laid, and then they scrapped the order. So, like, the designs for it were finalized. This is basically what the ship would have looked like had it launched. One minor difference, the ship, at the time of its, that it would have been launched, we would have already been switching over, and already had been switching over, from the 40mm Bofors to the 3-inch 50 caliber guns that are on Des Memes, which means that this ship would have actually probably set sail with 3-inch 50s. So, with that in mind, it would be nice if Wargaming would just go ahead and give those 3-inch 50s to me. Make them secondaries as well. So, I want to say thank you for your How to Play series. I went to the Colorado having great battles. The NC and was getting wrecked. Your NC How to Play was a big help. Well, I'm glad that it was a help, man. I know that that transition is one of the most rough transitions in this game, and a lot of people struggle with it, so don't feel bad. That's going to be at least one Citadel. It has to. Yeah. I was going to say, holy cow. If that wasn't at least one, I was going to be seriously disappointed, because he is, like, broadside. Minotaur out in the open. Des Memes out in the open. Hey, it's Land Warrior! Land Warrior! In a Des Memes! Now I want him spotted, so that I can murder him. Ooh, Republique is coming over here as well. I will take things that are not good for 1,000. Not moving very fast. Oi! Ay. Wait a minute. How did that bounce off of the bow of that ship? That makes a grand total of -0 cents. Yeah, aircraft carrier would not recommend continuing this course of action. You're about to lose a lot more than you really want for aircraft. Bofors kicking in any minute now. Here comes the death and destruction on aircraft carriers. Bombers just sailing in like nothing. Goodbye! Okay, so the carrier threat has been neutralized. We're gonna launch a salvo off there, and half of it's gonna get taken out by the island. Meanwhile, the other half is going to be me turning around to engage none other than Land Warrior, who is sitting there in his Des Memes, being cheeky, like a jerk face. Oi! Looks like we've got ourselves some torpedoes. So we are going to actually avoid these torpedoes as well. Okay, so everything is backwards, right? Nope, other way. Turn me the other way. Shimakaze, I have avoided your torpedoes. As our whole team goes to the opposite side of the map and proceeds to do nothing. Jeez. That would be funny if I get you with the salvo. I did get him with it, though. Des Moines. It's Des Moines, but we intentionally go out of our way to call it something else. He's trying to sneak that gap. In before, ha 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 ha. Moskva, Moskva. Oh, they missed. Boo. I was really getting kind of hopeful there. That's because he's backing up. That's why it missed. You know, Land Warrior, if you're stream sniping, that's pretty chicken poopy. I just feel obligated to point that out. Take that over, pen! Yeah. I don't think we're actually going to be able to get any good hits off on him. I just Google image search Whiskey's Gaming Lounge, not what I expected. What about it? What came up, I guess, I'm curious. Wargaming should put that on this ship. I agree. I would love to see this ship with 3-inch 50s. Not that it needs any more AA, but just because, you know, well, let's face it. The AA on the ship could always use to be more ridiculous. The Des Memes AA is really good, but at the end of the day, I really, really, really want more ridiculous AA. Oh. Well, that's no fun when they don't cooperate and actually... Land Warrior just got smoked by something. Probably that Montana over there. I would really love to have a... much better Google image search, but surprised I don't, so deal with it. And this Iowa is going to die. And there's the death. And there goes Land Warrior, sunk by a Montana. Couldn't be much better, I must say. Bunch of pictures of whiskey. Mr. Republique! Please forget that I am here. Continue this turn. There are reasons why stealth battleships are amazing. That's gonna hurt. What? 5 broken shells? Are you kidding me? I thought this thing was supposed to be super easy to Citadel. Guess that's what I get for thinking, huh? Now, see, now he's turned and focused on me. That's fine. I'd much rather he be focused on me than the destroyers that are ahead of him. Especially since I can tank those hits and they can't. Really? That's fascinating. Chima is up by him. That's not a good sign either. Need spotting, Tashkent. Need spotting. I care about nothing but killing that Shimakaze. And I'm gonna miss with all of those shells! Ugh. Seriously, Tashkent, out of all of the things that you should have been focused on, it was the Shimakaze that's 10k away from me that I'd prefer you were focused upon. CV, spot the Shima! Shouldn't have to, There's some decent damage. And we're getting more aircraft kills. Let's refocus ourselves towards where the Shimakaze was last spotted at. Oh, you... Well, that sucks. Nice hits. Okay, so we know he's still out and about, but, like, seriously, all I want is spotting. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want me to shoot and waste a whole bunch of torpedoes, but... or a whole bunch of salvos, but... need intelligence data. Whatever that one is. F7. See if I can't pay this Kagero back for his insolence. There's the Lexington. Could be saving these for the destroyers that are most definitely nearby. Come on. And it's all... when it comes to dealing... okay, so Kagero went the other way. That means the Shimakaze is the only thing that's really over here that's causing us really any heartache or anything like that. And at this point, I want to know where he's at because... really need to know where he's at. More than anything. Trying to pay attention to, you know, torpedo bombers coming in and... really should just turn and focus on this this carrier, but... well, we did some damage off to that guy. I mean, I guess at this point... there's the Shima. Just popped up. There. Dang it! CV! Right there! God. Minotaur, please be a death. No, because raisins. Yay for successfully dodging that nonsense. And I'm starting to lag real bad now, too. Things that would be nice for 1,000. Starting to really lag. It's getting a little disconcerting, actually. Well, about the only consolation that I have here is the fact that, only been calling him out this entire freaking time. We got a couple heals left. Broadside Yamato is kind of interesting. I don't know what of me he forgot existed, but... Question is he further away or closer? I don't really know. I know he's launching torpedoes, though. Well, knew those were coming. Last salvo out on the Montana, and double Citadel on the Yamato. Well, we finished the game with 161,000 damage, so that's really not too bad. Okay, so speaking of 3-inch 50s, I wonder if they were to be to add DD escorts to some utility. They could be. I don't know that we could add in the... Boy, excuse me. I don't know that we could add in the 3-inch 50s and make destroyer escorts viable. I think the issue is that... I think the primary issue with destroyer escorts is going to be the overall lack of real hit point pool. I think is going to be the biggest issue with them. That's just my opinion. They changed the torpedo streaks. You guys see that? Man, that's kind of neat. And down goes the Yamato to flooding. So, yeah, anyway. What is your most satisfying dev strike and what ship and against what ship? I would say my most satisfying dev strike ever is when I was in the Missouri and I dev struck hardcore in Iowa with 4 Citadels, and this was recently, mind you. This wasn't like, oh, well, maybe it was, you know, a long time ago. No, this was like not even a month ago. I seriously, legitimately dev struck a nearly full health broadside Iowa because he launched... Oh, there goes our Harakaze. He fired off in the distance and then he beached himself, and as he was backing up, I launched at the correct distance. The salvo came out in that really stupid, tight Missouri grouping that we all love and enjoy, and it was just like, wham! You know, just quad citadeled him from max range, killed him from full health in one salvo. That was the most satisfying dev strike I've ever had in my life. Other than that, being able to catch a Yamato behind an island in a gearing is probably my second favorite one overall. Oh yeah, this match is... Boom! And from the other side now. Nice! This match is over! Nice! Just need this Minotaur to die. That would be fantastic. Domskoy with AP could easily take out a Minotaur. Gearing might even kill him, though, too, if he gets good HE strikes off on him. I would say that's probably my best match so far. I don't know if that was just trolley armor on behalf of... Yes! Yes! This is awesome! We're gonna win this! Yeah! I like it when we finish on a high note. So... KG, thanks for coming and thanks for the compliments. Ah. KG's background isn't criminal, not all. KG, you should add a B to the end of it, so it's KGB. Oh, man. And that is a dead Kagero. Yep. Torpedoes from the carrier for the win. Sweet. Yeah, I see that they changed the wake. They made comment to that. I didn't realize they did it in the torpedoes as well, but... Oh, yes, it would be ludicrous with more AP, or more AA, but I love it. I love the idea. Ah, we finished... Wow, look at our team! Look at how high up we finished on just base XP. That's pretty impressive. To have that many people. 2 million base XP, and... There's the credits and XP screen. Alright, so we're gonna chop on over to our stream schedule here. Our next live stream will be the 6th of March, 2018, 6 p.m. That is next Tuesday. I hope to see you guys come out and enjoy that stream as well. Hopefully we'll get some better Destroyer gameplay in. I apparently have been ruined with Destroyer gameplay somehow. I think the low tier ships that I've been playing have kind of ruined that. So we'll get that fixed anyway. I'm your Peacekeeper. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and check out the description if you guys want to join the Discord server. Certainly welcome to do that. Anyway, thanks for watching. You guys have a good night.